Atlantis Mir Houston, we're sure John has his ticket for the ride home. Good morning.
Good morning, Houston. I'm sure John's looking forward to it.
Sure am.
Space Hab Atlantis FO11 Alpha is complete. Step 10 is complete.
We copy, Jeff. And while you're there, if you could give us some close-up macro video of Gravit 3 and Gravit 4, the PI would like to see what the results look like there.
I would like to ask a question of Michael Baker.
Of your flight on the space station Mir, and what's your main task? What you have to do?
The main purpose of our flight was to pick up John Blaha and deliver Jerry Linenger to the space station Mir. And of course, in the process, transfer their experiments. Would take some of John's experiments home and all of his results. We're dropping off some experiments for Jerry, and also some supplies for the Mir space station, including water, clothing, food, and some other hardware.
This is Mark Carreau from the Houston Chronicle for John Blaha. Before you went on this mission, you spoke of a personal and professional desire to make a long space flight, and I just wonder if your experience has met your expectation and what you found most satisfying about it.
You're right. It was a good question. In 1991, when I attended a Congress of cosmonauts and Americans in Berlin, I saw some video and heard through translators, because I spoke no Russian then, about the Mir space station and set a goal to fly on it. And now I've had the opportunity. Yes, it has met my expectations. I learned many new things. There are a lot of things very different about a space station and working on it than there are on a space shuttle flight. And I'm kind of a dumb person. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a doctor. So I'm not a real smart person. But the way I can contribute to the space program is as an operator. And I knew if I wanted to continue to work in the space program, I needed to experience this myself so that I could contribute. And yes, it has met those expectations.
For John Grunsfeld, so we can get somebody else a chance with the mic. From amateur astronomer to professional astronomer, have you had a chance to look at the comet yet? Take a photo of it? Any impressions of it from space?
Yes, so we've gone up to the flight deck a couple of times and tried. As you know, we've been really busy this flight and haven't had a lot of opportunities. And the couple of times we've tried, the problem we ran into is that the sunrise comes so fast that our eyes have adjusted to darkness just in time to see the sunrise, and so we haven't been able to see that yet.
For Mike Baker.
Just a minute, please.
We did watch comets last year. We had 2 of those last year. One of them went behind the sun and is coming up now, and we're hoping to watch it several times. It's an outstanding comet.
about stars and comets, and he was always receiving this information and finding them and showing them to Valery and I, and so he's done very well with spotting those kind of things in space during our long flight.
This is Phil Chen again for Jeff. What can you discuss the problems you had setting up the TVIS experiment before your docking day, and what kind of confidence do you have that you're going to be able to set it up on the post-on docking day faster, smoother, better, faster, better, cheaper than you did previously, and get the science back?
The problems that we had when we originally set it up were some MIT problems getting power to it, and some problems getting the data recorded. We think we've resolved all those, and obviously, having been through it once now, it's very fresh in our memory how to put it all together and how to stow things on board, so we think we can be quite efficient the second time around. And with those problems now behind us, we expect it to go pretty smoothly and to get a full data take for the folks on the ground, and I think it'll be very worthwhile.
And I guess, Brent, you're the only one we haven't heard from yet. Any hope to get an extra day in space so you can get additional TVIS data?
Well, Phil, I think all crews will tell you that they'll take an extra day in space if they can get it. Being up here is a real special experience, and the chance to have an extra day is one you'll always jump at. But we're happy to do whatever we can, to keep the program on track and to get as much data as we can for TVIS. So if it means running TVIS 1 or 2 days, we're happy to do whatever it takes. And eventually we'll get home and we'll have a successful mission, and we'll be glad to be back when we're back. Друзья, этот полет как
Friends,
выше и будущее войдет в историю.
this flight, like the ones before, it will be part of history. We are very proud that we have the honor of participating in this flight. Thank you very much for your hospitality, for John, and for assistance. As I have said many times, I'm very glad that I have had the opportunity to participate in the joint program with the Russians on the shuttle. And this program is not only important for space exploration, but also for the relationship between the countries. I started working on my Russian 2 years ago, and I came to train for a flight. My wife and I, met and befriended many Russians, and it was wonderful. And our relationship with the Russians continues and will expand. It has been wonderful. Thank you, Valery. Thank you, Sasha. I think that the Mir station is an excellent station, and I admire the workers that build these stations, that built this one. It's wonderful. It's time for us to start, or it's coming up. We have worked with STS-81 crew. Unfortunately, we are saying goodbye to the excellent Atlantis crew, STS-81 crew, that performed a wonderful docking, and we have completed all of the program that was planned, and we're seeing them off now, and we wish them a safe landing and a successful completion of their tasks. We are also saying goodbye to our colleague, the American astronaut John Blaha, who has spent 4 months with us aboard. We have worked a lot, we have had problems, but despite anything and everything, we have remained friends and we have completed our tasks. We will miss John, but we have a new crew member, Jerry Linenger, with whom we are to do no less responsible and important tasks, and I hope we will be as successful as we were John, thank you very much. Have a safe landing. All the best. I would like to simply say that I'm very glad to be here on Mir, and I'm saying goodbye to my crew, STS-81.
Living on station Mir.
Thank you very much. Until we meet again on the ground and in orbit.
Good landing. Thank you. You too? Okay. Bye-bye. All right. See you guys. Go sail. Я буду делать. Хорошо. Хорошо. Да. Yeah, Jerry. I don't need that anymore. Связь нам потом уже через эфир общаться. Сейчас вот не совсем в порядке. Сейчас разберемся на войне. Brent W. Похоже, в разные каналы говорим.
Commander Mike Baker shaking hands with his commander counterpart, Valery Korzun, aboard Mir.
Roger, we're ready off.
He said Atlantis.
Go ahead.
I'll call you later.
And Bill, in there is a message for you.
Thank you, ma'am. I look forward to reading it.
It's in the mail.
Copy.
Commander Mike Baker now closing the hatch on the Atlantis side of the interface, the orbiter docking system hatch. That coming at 6:46 this morning Central Time as the Atlantis Mir complex approaches the equator on a southeasterly swing, traveling down the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.